Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Gun!
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Ryan on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. This is Freeman on first and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Get up!
On second down, Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Now it's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check, Patriot!
On 2nd down, Kamara. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schmidt escaping the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Schmidt, pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch you now, Barney, Barney.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
To throw on 2nd down. Schmidt. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
No, check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch you now, Barney, Barney. Watch you now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th?
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. He's got room to run past the 20. There he goes, left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They give it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schmidt. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Schmidt trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Let's go. 21.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football, Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Schmidt. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Schmidt. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Schmidt drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. Throwing on first down. Schmidt on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Schmidt. That's caught. It's Thomas. 23 yards on the play. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They start the second half with Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Schmidt. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
11. Go.
On first down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Schmidt over the middle. That's caught by Meredith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Schmidt, throw left side, taken in by Meredith. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Watching that, Marty.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Schmidt, flush to his right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And some room to work. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 79 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage
To throw. Schmidt. Looking long for Thomas. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They are making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing on third and long. Schmidt. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Here we go!
They'll run it here with Logan. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 4 down, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Gun, gun! All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
To throw on 2nd down. Schmidt gets it to Meredith, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On first down, Schmidt throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Schmidt. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Leopard. Leopard. Gun. Detroit. Detroit.
To throw on third down. Schmidt being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big run there by Freeman, 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready. Gun. Wait. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Finds Roberts left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. It's Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A busy night continues for Kamara, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Toss play, Kamara. Room to run inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Schmidt, now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
On the ground, this is Kamara, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Operating from the gun. Schmidt, he's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyler Davison able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.